Hi everyone, this is Grace from Product Team. Today I'll be covering the 4 seller updates. Today I'll be covering 3 modules which includes listing and promoting, fee and financial, and running your business. There are a few updates under listing and promoting, which includes category changes, promoted listing advanced expansion, updates on listing tool, seller hub, stores, homepage, and view item page updates. On September 20th, we have rolled out our usual category change. You may refer to the links provided here for the full updates on each site. Now, promoted listing advanced is expanded on Canada side. Some recaps about promoted listing advanced. Promoted listing advanced is a cost per click campaign type that allows you to drive traffic to your listing with preferred access to the top slots of search result using the keywords and budget controls. It's now expanded from top 1 to top 4 slots in the search result page. PLA supports exact match, phrase match, and also broad match and negative exact phrase match. And it's now very accessible for you as you can set up via desktop, mobile web, and also mobile app. Our recommendation to you is to use both promoted listing standard and also promoted listing advanced together to help maximize ad placement visibility across our eBay network and utilize both budget approaches for your ad spend. We use a last click attribution model, meaning that the sales will be attributed to the click closest to the sales. If a listing is promoted in both a standard and an advanced campaign, a buyer may click on the advanced ad and also the standard ad before purchasing the item. So once purchased, the sales will be attributed to whichever ad was last clicked before the buyer made the purchase. Next is the listing to update. If you have opted into the new experience, you will be seeing the new experience that I'm going to show you later. But before that, take note that everyone will be gradually migrated to the new listing experience and you will no longer be able to switch back to the old user interface. So do get yourself familiarized with the new experience. We have updated to a new simplified layout in the item-specific columns. Before this, you will need to click a few times while entering the item specifics. First, you will need to click on the Edit All option. Then it will lead you to the pop-up layer for you to fill in the details, then further to another layer for other drop-down selection. Now we have simplified the experience to one level only, whereby you can see all the options at one glance and fill in the details within the same page. Same goes to the promoted listing standard ad campaign setup. It used to be a 2-level experience to set up the PLS campaigns. Now, you can just set up the campaign in one level without any pop-up level that reduces the loading time. Price guidance provides sold listing information in the past 90 days. For example, the average sold price, whether this provides free shipping, etc. It's dynamic that it will change daily and allows you to retrieve a more accurate and latest statistics. So previously, price guidance was specific to the listing flow and platforms, be it desktop and mobile, and was powered by 2 different systems. You might be seeing a different price recommendation for the same listing depending on the listing flow and the platform you are using. We have recently rolled out a unified price guidance to these 7 verticals, which includes the electronics, fashions, collectibles, business and industrial, home and garden, media and lifestyles. This means that no matter you access from desktop or mobile web, you will be seeing a consistent price recommendation. We have also expanded these features to all price formats, including buy it now, auction, buy it now, and auction. Also, the new model improves the accuracy and relevancy of the statistic that we are showing to you. Taking this as an example, When I search for Apple AirPods Pro Wireless, in the old price guidance model, it includes all types of the listing, including the left-only AirPods, charging case only, and also the genuine AirPods Pro, which resulted in a less accurate price guidance. With the new unified price guidance model, it includes only genuine AirPods Pro, which result in a more accurate price guidance and allows you to have a better judgment while setting up the price. Number of photos is very important to the sales. It brings positive impact to the sales. The more the number of photos, the longer the dwell time, as buyer tends to enlarge the photos and receive more details of your products from the photos and eventually increase their confidence to make purchase decision. On US side, from November 4th onwards, you will be able to upload up to 24 photos for your listing without any extra cost. These changes only applicable to single SKU and multi-SKU parent listing. To use this feature, ensure that you are opt into the new listing experience. If you haven't, simply click on the Try Your New Listing Experience on the top right corner. Sometimes video do a better job in providing more information about your products than the photos. On US, UK, AU, and DE side, you will notice the new listing flow now has the option for you to upload a minute short video to your listing. It locates at the second spot in the photo gallery, and the best thing is it won't take up your photos quotas. You may utilize this video slot to capture a full 360 degrees views of your product that you are selling, answer the buyer most common question, or provide a step-by-step instruction, and installation guides. Other than listing level, you can also upload videos on your storefront, letting your buyers know the history, values, and passion that goes into your business. You can help them to understand what makes your business unique and inspire them to buy from you. The new bulk listing tool is now launched on the Big 7 sites. With the bulk listing tool, you can easily handle 2 to 2,000 listings at a time. The feature remains the same as before, but now it improves the user interface and experience. You can see on the new experience, there's new image thumbnail on the side, and there's drop down for each field for you to select and edit the listing. Also, you can select the bulk edit to bulk edit specific fields on the selected listing at one go. The mini traffic report was launched as part of the view count update that went live in Q2. It provides sellers with insight into listing views, showcasing the trends across promoted and organic traffic for up to 2 years of a listing lifespan. So as part of this release, we have introduced a number of user interface updates and improvements to the mini traffic report, including the indicators for the end date of a listing in order to streamline the user experience. So this mini traffic report is now available on active, unsold, ended listing, and also view item page. Historically, seller did not have an order details page in the native mobile app. You can only access basic data that the item you sold, which had a limited feature set, making it difficult for you to fully understand the order details to effectively manage and fulfill their orders on the go. It also lack of transparency and education of the eBay-focused category programs like Authenticity Guarantee. So now eBay has slowly ramped up the new view order details on the mobile app in US, UK, and AU. The new experience has the program banners, order status, dynamic call to action, as well as the shipping, item, and order and payment information. So before that, you will have to have multiple clicks to go to the page you want, but now all information is placed within a page. All you have to do is just scroll up and down to find the information that you need. eBay Store has enabled you to use the eBay categories when merchandising your storefronts. Previously, you had to use the custom store categories in order to use these features. The selector looks at which category you have listing in, and it populates them so that you can choose them. The selector can select categories all the way down to L7. To choose between the different categories or banner destination, we have added a new radio selector that when checked, it will auto load the category selector for the features. From there, you can choose the category you wish to feature. So this is the buyer experience after you setting out the featured categories and marketing banner. Now we have added a new templates in the newsletter. You can now select sales event markdown, order discount, and volume pricing template while sending out newsletters. All of these newsletter templates support buyer group targeting. By default, you will have the option for subscriber, followers, recent buyer based on transaction date. Besides, you also have the option to define your own buyer group by using the create buyer group function. You can create multiple buyer group based on the transaction date and the category. This allows you to target your repeat buyer and build loyalty with them. Scheduling function is also available for the welcome and new product template, whereby you only need to set up once and set the recurring time for the newsletter to blast out. It's less effort to reach out the maximum number of for your potential buyer and increase the sales opportunity. You can also handpick the listing that you would like to highlight in your newsletter. Simply search the keyword or item number. If you would like to rearrange the order, you can delete and replace the previous item. Take note that if you are using other SME promotion template like the coded coupon, the newsletter will only show the coded coupon eligible listing. New reporting capabilities under the store newsletter tab let you see how many buyers have opened and clicked on an item on your newsletters. You can also see how many total buyers you have reached and total sales you have made 30 days after a buyer clicks on the product links. Currently, the report only supports an overall statistic of your newsletter performance. For campaign level performance, we will recommend you to evaluate each campaign performance using the promotion tab report features, but do ensure that the name of the campaign is simple and clear enough for you to differentiate all of your campaigns. Based on our data analytics, it shows that if the storefront has highlighted listing, the buyers are 25% more likely to view the highlighted listing. We strongly recommend you to use this automated inventory script like newly listed and ending soonest to auto-populate your listing and highlight them on your storefront, which provides a fresher set of items to the buyer every time they visit your storefronts. This is how we can set up the automated inventory strips. Simply go to your edit store. Under the feature your listing, choose automated as type. Then choose either newly listed or ending soonest as the row. Then click add row. Your listing will be auto-populated. Under the view item page, if you scroll all the way down towards the end, you will see the 5 more sponsored items merchandising grid. We have run a few testing to find the optimal number of the listing to be shown in this grid, and we have concluded that the optimal will be 5 times 5 grid. This optimized promote listing standard by displaying more listing and increase your ads exposure. On the mobile app, we are showing your feedback score right below the item titles. Also, by clicking on that, it will directly bring you to the detailed seller rating and feedback section. This is to gain higher degree of your buyer trust and speed up their purchase decision. What you need to do is just to maintain the good service standard, and this new section should help in your sales too. As we have more features on store, we want to ensure that there's traffic driving to your store as well. Hence, we have added more ways buyers can find and save your store across eBay. First, if a buyer searches for your store using the eBay search bar, a link appears pointing them right to your storefronts. A new recommended seller module on the home page that will auto-populate based on your buyer behavior. View item page now shows your store name and branding in place of your profile logo, username, and also your store logo can appear in more places too. We have also added a new store category module featured up to 9 categories and a see all button for buyers to explore more on the view item page right after the item description section. eBay will keep developing the product that helps to boost traffic to your store, so just ensure that your store is well maintained so you won't be losing out from this. Based on our data analytics, sellers who uses social medias and email to connect with their buyers attract repeat business and see a 38% increase of views to their storefronts. Social media is a great way to introduce your followers to a new inventory or promotion, grow your brand, and also attract new buyers. It's also an easy way to highlight your inventory and drive traffic to your store, items, or categories. Now, when you share from anywhere across eBay, you will have the same updated list of social channels to choose from, including Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. We have also added the new channels like Instagram and Snapchat, where you can share customizable stickers to your Instagram stories, posts, and Snap stories straight from the eBay app. Next, we'll move on to the fee and financial update. Take note that the dispute fee charged for the payment dispute will now be removed from the EU side, including Germany, Italy, France, and Spain. Meaning to say that now when seller handles the payment dispute from the listing on EU side, be it challenge or accept the dispute, eBay will not charge for any payment dispute fee. Effective from September 12 onwards, there's a few changes on the final value fee on certain categories like watch accessories, parts, tools and guides, and watches mid slots. Here you can see the portion of the total amount of sales up to $1,000 is now 15% for non-store and starter sellers, 12.5% for the basic, premium, anchor, and enterprise store sellers. For total sales over $1,000 and up to $7,500 will be 6.5% for non-store and starter seller and 4% for other tier store sellers. For total sales over $7,500 will be 3% for both for all sellers, either non-store or store sellers. From September 1st onwards, on Germany's side, you will no longer be able to subscribe to an annual shop subscription. Prior to the change, we are paying 249.95 euros per month. If you take up the annual subscription, for now, you will need to pay 299.95 euro per month instead. You'll be receiving a notice from eBay before your annual subscription expires. So when your annual subscription expires, it will automatically switch to a monthly subscription. If you wish to cancel your shop subscription, you will need to do so until the end of the month in which it expires. In Q3 this year, the promoted listing standard minimum ad rate has increased to 2%. Take note that after this change, all active promoted listing standard listing with ad rates below the new minimum ad rate won't be served until the ad rate is at or above the new minimum. To check out your listing and make necessary amendments if it doesn't meet the minimum ad rate. You will be seeing a red alert message if the ad rate is below minimum. Let's move on to the running your business updates. Earlier this year, we launched the beta version of the new messaging experience in the eBay mobile app. In the coming weeks, you will be moved to a new experience which will better connect you to your buyers and make it easier for you to manage your messengers. If you don't prefer the new experience, you can opt out the new experience and continue to use the old messaging format until 2023 when we fully migrate everyone over to the new experience. We are also launching a desktop beta version of the new messaging experience. You won't automatically be opted into this beta version, and if you do decide to opt in, you can opt out again and continue using the old messaging format while we are rolling out the beta version. So what's new? Message to and from your buyers will be displayed in an easy-to-use format with a more modern look. Individual conversation will be easy to track through clearer and more straightforward messaging. Messengers will be grouped together by buyer and listing, making it easier to stay on top of your conversation. Rest assured, all messengers and all old messengers and folders will be still available. From September 20th onwards, we are adding extra protection for sellers who have included vehicle compatibility information, also known as fitment, when buyer returns the item don't fit their vehicles. If a buyer wants to return an item listed in a car and truck parts compatibility enabled category because it doesn't fit their vehicles, you will have to accept the return even if you have no returns policy. However, if you have added parts compatibility information to your listing, either by selecting a product from the eBay catalog or entering item specific and specifying compatible vehicles, we will cover the cost of the eBay return labels and send it to the buyers. We will automatically remove the return from your not as described rate in your service metric and any negative or neutral feedback from the transaction. This new protection will apply for items being returned under the doesn't fit my vehicle reason. They will commence for eligible items on 20th September 2022 and be fully effective by October 2022. In short, make sure you adopt the fitment for P&A items that listed in car and truck parts compatibility enabled category accurately. Select yes for universal P&A items in the universal fitment under the item specifics. Previously, seller had a big pain of using an international rate table. That international rate table only supports round up calculation logic when using the weight calculation mode for the shipping cost. For example, if seller set the weight of an item as 4.3 pounds, the shipping system actually calculates it as 5 pounds for the weight. This has blocked the CBT sellers using the weight calculation mode, since most of the CBT shipping solution have price table with ounce and also gram. But with eBay roundup logic, eBay only accept pound and kg, which increase the shipping cost and lower the conversion of the listing. Now we have fixed this issue and removed the roundup logic when using the weight table weight mode to calculate the shipping cost. You probably already heard some news about we are introducing a new international shipping service. I will roughly brief you through what is this service about. eBay International Shipping is a new shipping service that removes the challenges and complexity associated with the international shipping service for our sellers. However, currently this service is only open for US domestic seller. It will be slowly open up to sellers who are using global shipping program and CBT sellers, as we are going to deprecate the global shipping program in the near future. Previously, a global shipping program only supports 60 countries, but now eBay International Shipping Service supports over 200 countries. eBay International Shipping keeps all the good benefits of this global shipping program that you are already familiar with, such as the shipping to a US hub and item not received and feedback protection. In addition to it, eBay International Shipping Service provides greater simplicity and offers even more values by handling returns, refund on your behalf, offering a lower shipping cost to the buyers. By end of the year, we will allow buyers to choose when they want to pay the import charges upfront at checkout or upon delivery. Seller will be enrolled in phases over the next 12 months. You will be notified via email and Seller Hub when you are eligible. If you are using the global shipping program, you will be automatically enrolled and your listing will be default to eBay International Shipping. If you ship with another international shipping service, such as the eBay International Standards Delivery, you will need to update your current listing to take advantage of the eBay International Shipping benefits. As for the seller protection, any negative or neutral feedback from item handling during the international transit will be removed from your account, and your performance standard and service metric won't be affected. If an item is lost or damaged during the international transit, the EMBG cases will be resolved in your favor. Also, we will handle international returns on your behalf, including not as described claims. As mentioned in the previous slide, eBay will track the sellers and listing eligibility and will automatically enroll them if they are eligible. For example, their seller level above standard, item weight and dimension, item locates in US, etc. This is how it looks like when you are revising a listing once you are enrolled to the eBay International Shipping. You will see a new section under the International Shipping. You can see the eBay International Shipping here. Your other international shipping service and inclusion will still remains. This is how it looks like when you are revising the listing in bulk. For sellers who didn't adopt business policy, you will see this user interface. You will still see the eBay International Shipping here. This is the user interface if you are using you have opted into the business policy. You will see this section here. If you only focus on domestic market, you can either exclude all location on listing level or on program level. You can opt out the eBay International Shipping at any time by updating your shipping preference. If you choose to opt out, you will be asked to provide a reason why. After opt out, you will need to wait 24 hours to opt back in. Once you are enrolled to the program, your view item page will look like this. The cost will be calculated by weight, dimension, and distance. This is the buyer user interface. Currently, only duty postpaid is supported, which duties and taxes are to be paid by buyer upon delivery. Coming up next, we are expecting the duties prepaid option to launch, and buyer will be able to choose to pay duties and taxes either at checkout or upon delivery. On view order details, you can also see the delivery address is updated to the eBay International Shipping Hub. And now for eBay International Shipping, we have engaged a new partner, EasyShip, for the fulfillment and hub operation. Last is the shipping update on Germany side. We have integrated two new shipping services, which is the DHL age verification shipping service and the Dutch post letter priority shipping service. When you choose DHL age verification shipping service, this type of shipping labels for the DHL package, age verification can now be booked if certain items, for example, FSK films and USK games, are not be handed over to minors. Another enhancement on Germany side, from end of September onwards, you can now use QR code for Hermes shipments in addition to the current QR code for DHL shipments to send your orders. This means that you no longer have to print the shipping label from these two shipping service providers, which saves your time and money. The Hermes QR code is scanned at the Hermes shops and the label is attached to the shipment there. Remember to select the QR code when generate the shipping label. Okay, thanks all. That's all for today.